Well, is Trump going to ban all Muslims from his casinos and golf courses? I have to put this question out because this is an area actually he has power to do so. He talked about, hey, didn't he just say a temporary ban on all Muslims coming into the country, right? Well, how about he bans Muslims from his plazas, casinos, and golf courses? I'll guarantee he won't. You know why? Because he's lying. He's playing the crowd. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. And for the more extreme people out there that believe that all Muslims should be banned, I can tell you first off that there are, you got to watch. You got to watch who the hell's coming in. I mean, if it's somebody against the United States, don't come in. But then again, there's people over on the other side of the world that are trying to get away from that stuff. They're not fans of the Muslim Brotherhood or the radical ISIS or anything like that. So you got to take it on a one-by-one basis. Now, he's talking for a temporary ban. But I can tell you right now, he's blowing smoke up your wazoos big time, and he's playing to the crowd. Now, the other thing he's doing also, he's making the Republican Party look ridiculous, which is very good for the Democrats. Actually, I saw Obama on Jon Stewart one time, and Jon Stewart remarked about how the Republicans have their hands full with Trump, and Obama just snickered and laughed, and I says, boy, that was very revealing. In the beginning I was saying Trump was a ringer for the Clintons. He's going to pull the Ross Perot. I actually put stuff out later on that he signed a pledge, and you know what? I didn't trust that pledge, but I have to freaking tell people sometimes a little more what they want to hear because, it's like I'll put something out that's the truth, and he just hammer the shit out of you. That's what happens. And I'm like thinking, really the problem in the United States is the majority of people. That's really what's the problem. We get the leaders that the majority deserves. It may not be the majority of my listeners deserve, but, because maybe I'm appealing to a different type of audience or something. But I can tell you that, by and large, the leadership that we get in the United States is a reflection of what's in the United States. And if things are going down, it's because the people are going down. They're stupid, okay? The people are stupid. Actually, if you look at the wealth of information that's even available on YouTube on constructive things, it's loaded with everything out there that you could do constructive. But, the biggest things that sell the most on YouTube are usually pure entertainment, pure, garbage fluff, because that's what people are gravitating to. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with entertainment or fluff sometimes, but, that's the majority of it. And people actually, why do people even go to casinos? I mean, hey, I'm having fun. I'm having fun losing my money. I never go to a casino. I hate the places. Never set foot. If I knew an angle where I could make money off these guys, I'd go. Now, my cousin's ex, he doesn't make a lot of money off actually the Borgata Hotel in Atlantic City. He's a major poker player. He'll make $50,000 in one shot on one game. Actually, my uncle originally taught him that stuff, but my uncle didn't know that kind of shit. My uncle was a CPA, but the guy really knows his stuff, man. But he's a good guy, really. He's a good guy. Actually, he was the number 4 guy in the biggest gambling ring in New Jersey that ever got busted. I'm going to tell you the truth. That was my cousin's ex. So I'm familiar with a lot of this stuff, okay? But, he gave a lot of money to charity. A lot. Leukemia kids, cancer kids would have cancer, gave to the community. He gave people a house. I mean, holy shit. The guy did loads of stuff for people. He was like I don't know, it's kind of like the classic guy you hear about. Now, Trump, he don't give nothing to nobody, okay? This guy, man, he'll declare bankruptcy, man. You go work your ass off. You have a contract with him, just like the contract he made about not running on independent. Hey, the contract is broken, Hey, sorry, you didn't fulfill your end of the deal. Yeah, man, you already made it so the end of your, he already knew that the Republicans were going to react in such a way because he's going so far ridiculous, ban all Muslims coming in. The wall is another thing. I think the wall is a good thing in a way because you can't have like drug traffic going back and forth. The problem is, though, the drug traffic that's coming in from Mexico is endorsed by certain elements that are connected to the banks and the government itself in the United States. So, who's this guy kidding? Who's this guy kidding? He's all part of this shit. Now this is, I have to thank somebody for sending this to me. I don't know if I should mention her name, but I won't mention her name, but I'm just thanking her right now for sending this to me because I didn't notice this. I never saw this. This is Trump in 1998, People magazine. You can see it down there on the bottom, right? If I were to run, I'd run as a Republican. They're the dumbest group of voters in the country. They love anything on Fox News. Now, personally, this kid doesn't watch Fox News because I think they're full of shit. It might get a grain of truth out of them, but that's about it. I could lie, that's just per Trump, and they'd still eat it up. I bet my numbers would be terrific. And that's exactly what he's doing. So, he's this is back when he was, like, praising the hell out of Bill, and, he was in with Bill Clinton, all the time. Here's Trump, here's Bill, here's Hillary, here's Bill on a golf course. He used to say Bill was the greatest president of all time. And, of course, I've been warning that he's pulling a Ross Perot. Ross Perot never wanted to be president. He's just blowing smoke up your ass. I know there's stuff wrong with George Bush, HW. But compared to Bill Clinton, ain't even no comparison, Yeah, I know. You could tell me all this stuff that's wrong with both of them. Fine. Well, if you're going to freaking nitpick the hell out of any candidate, even like Ted Cruz, then just go vote for Hillary Clinton if you think it doesn't make any difference, okay? I mean, I don't even care, man. I mean, the way I look at it, I'm looking at the situation whereby the whole thing's going down. And the people are going to put Hillary in office. Now, probably, maybe it won't be the majority of people, but Trump, along with Ben Carson, is going to divide the vote. I think he's got enough horsepower, even if everybody exposed him, 10% will vote for him. Because they're not going to listen. He's got enough advertising out there to push the deal. And the more radical he is, the more money he pushes into Hillary's coffers. But this is the way I've always looked at things. It's like Burger King, have it your way. As long as it doesn't, I try to stay as independent as possible. I don't play highfalutin big deal like I'm going to go buy a Lexus and look at me and all this kind of shit. I stay real down to earth. I don't care what happens to the Hillary and Obama supporters and the Jeb Bush supporters. I don't give a shit, okay? I don't care. Let them go to freaking hell. I don't give a damn. That's the way I look at it. So I'm going to tell you that, when things go down, I'm concerned about me, number one. Nobody's going to believe this stuff until it actually happens, and nobody's going to actually believe it even after it happens. A lot of people. If you can't figure it out now, you're probably never going to figure it out. That's all there is to it. So actually I want to put it out to you, like if Trump is all sincere about banning the Muslims from coming in the country, all this kind of shit, he could ban the Muslims from his, coming into his casinos and golf courses, and he's not going to. You don't give a damn. And think about it. What does this jerk do? Casinos? Do you go to casinos? Do people go to casinos and love casinos? I hate casinos. I don't ever go in there. I hate golf. I mentioned before, if he was sincere about, hey, you know what? If I had these golf courses, I'd make them into shooting ranges. And besides shooting ranges, there'd be trucks, four-wheel drive stuff, ATVs, horseback riding, kind of shit like that. Golf is for male manginas, like these people. And Clinton, even though he's hetero, whatever the hell, and I don't even give a shit if he was a homosexual, whatever he is, he's a hetero dog figure. He's whipped all the way by Hillary, man. And the deal is with these guys, they don't give a damn. And like Clinton, he used to say, he doesn't care if everybody in the whole freaking country is so dirt poor they can't fight back. I don't give a damn. As long as I got mine. So he acts nice to you, he blows smoke up your kazoo, and, then you got the Christians out there talking like, oh, well, the end is near, and it's in the Revelations, and are you ready? I don't care, you idiots. You people are part of the problem, too, and I'm going to mention that right now. Actually, I'm a cataholic. Was that Catholic? But I'm actually a cataholic, which means cats come first, okay? Cats are better than people. Cats would not pull the kind of shit that Trump and Hillary are pulling. Cats wouldn't pull the kind of crap any of the Clintons would pull, or the Bushes, or Ross Perot, or any of those other yo-yos. Cats are better than people. So maybe the cats ought to run this country. That's what I'm thinking. But, yeah, just to remind you, I think somebody, I don't know who sent, I don't want to say who sent me this. I mean, if I should or shouldn't. But, maybe they'll chime in and comment. I appreciate this because I was reading Trump from the beginning right. And even when I was saying on here he's attached to the United States, I know his fortune is attached to the real estate in the United States, which has to do with how well he's going to do. If the United States goes down, since he's real estate, that'll affect him. But that doesn't necessarily affect him if he's on the inner circle with the Clintons and the Clintons are in power. That won't affect him. He'll get paid back big time. It'll affect everybody else that's in real estate. But I did not really I did not trust him signing that thing because I know people of his caliber, they're constantly breaking contracts with shit. There's always a loophole. And he was already saying what it was. Actually, he's stupid. I consider Trump an idiot for this reason. I don't consider him in any of the caliber of any of the Jews I work for. This guy is not shrewd. He's a dumb goyim. But unfortunately, a lot of dumb goyims are buying into him. And I want to say this, too, at the end. For all you freaking conspiracy idiots out there, Jews are not freaking behind a conspiracy. Actually, yeah, maybe there's something about a new world order with, Jews are going to be the top people in the world. They are 110 times more fair than a scumbag like Hillary Clinton. 110 times more fair. You won't see them freaking I'm not everybody's going to be a freaking saint, but by and large, Jews are actually 100 times better to common people than this kind of shit like Trump and the Clintons. They do care about people. That's why they actually lean towards this, a little more towards, social programs and helping others and shit. But, the game with people that are like Clintons, they're all diehard communists, and so is Obama. They're not freaking trying to help people. They're trying to control people. That's not the Jewish spirit. I'm going to put this out on here because, I got to tell you the whole damn truth, the whole 9 yards, all the way. The crap you see on YouTube about Jews and this and they're behind a conspiracy and it's a Zionist and yeah. Bullshit. It's not them. I'll tell you the Bushes are more, the Bushes are not actually maybe the biggest players going. But I tell you, Putin's all in with all this shit, too. He is, too. But as a character, I take Vlad as a character is freaking way better than Hillary. God. I mean, Hillary wouldn't even fucking wash her clothes. I mean, Vlad would jump out of a plane and go scuba diving and go freaking big game hunting or some shit. That bitch wouldn't get her freaking fingernails dirty. And neither would Trump. Trump didn't build any of this kind of crap. And he's not going to ban one single Muslim from his establishment because he just wants them to freaking sit there and gamble all their money away. That's what he did for America. He buys these he builds these places to steal your money. That's how he makes America great. Fucking idiots, man. I didn't believe him in the beginning. I told you that. And honestly, even when I was telling you that stuff about he's tied to real estate and he signed a contract that he wasn't going to run on a third party, I was just playing along with it. I didn't really trust that shit because I know the kind of people of his caliber, they will bust. Tell me this guy didn't bust contracts. I mean, every time he went bankrupt, he busted a contract, basically, but he had a legal loophole, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what the hell to tell people, man. I can't tell them a bunch of bullshit anymore. I got to freaking, Sometimes I lean a little more. I know it could sell on here. I already know. I'm telling you the freaking truth versus what can sell. And I've had people, just to give you a little more on this shit, I've had people accuse me of being in cahoots with SGT Sean Turnbow Bull, whatever, SGT Bull, whatever his name is, that he was putting my silver videos on. And actually, I don't even make as much money on this. The silver videos don't even seem to be doing that much on here. I don't care about them that much, but I actually tell you the truth. That's the reason. The SGT Bull, he was putting some of my videos on there. You know what? He stopped doing them since I started coming out pro-Confederate flag and telling people what the real deal was, why the South decided to break away from the Union over taxes. Oh, that's politically incorrect. So, old boy, he's like, he won't touch me like it's a hot potato, So this kid is not freaking playing any games with political correctness in any which way, shape, or form. And I'm definitely not a fan of freaking stupid-ass Fox News or these ultra-right-wing religious kooks out there. I'm just a fan of common sense, individual rights. And we don't need scumbags like Trump that with their casinos and golf courses because they produce nothing. They just steal your money, and you sit out there and you knock a little white ball around because you're bored because your bitch old lady over there, it's an excuse to get out of the house or some shit. And, I don't care about this nasty dyke that robbed the cradle with Huma Aberdeen, okay? So, I'm going to just tell you flat out what the deal is. You're being scammed, and you were being scammed all along. And you could say, this one's no good, that one's no good, and they're all no good. There is a difference. There is a difference. You got to have people that actually have some political experience, for one, because you know what the hell which way they voted. I mean, to me, the ideal situation would be that anybody that's in political office anywhere, I'll leave you with this thought, has to be a veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces for years, at least 4 years active duty. That way you won't be a congressman, you won't be a senator, you won't be a president, vice president, speaker. Well, the Speaker of the House would mean you're part of the Congress, or a member of the cabinet. You have to be a veteran active duty for at least 4 years. I would love to see that as a constitutional amendment. It still wouldn't fix everything perfect, but it would eliminate Bill. That would be one. It would eliminate Trump with his freaking bone spur. And Bill hiding in Canada when the freaking Vietnam War was going on. And he's a commander-in-chief. And Hillary, God, communist shill. So what can I tell you, man? I can tell you what's up, and I know I think people will believe what I'm saying here right now. I think they will. But I can't candy coat shit. No more. Not even in the least. I'm not going to. And I'll just concentrate on more constructive videos rather than this political crap, because no matter what you put out on this political crap, there's people that are like, well, you know what it is? It's the aliens are doing this shit. And the lizard people. And there's always some kook out there freaking got some theory about something. This is the same old kind of game that's been going on for thousands of years, man. Shrewd assholes freaking playing games. Just like the guy that was the pharaoh that probably came in after the pyramids were built. Maybe the pyramids were built by some superior race of humans that got wiped off the face of the earth. This other guy comes along with like religion and says, yeah, we worship the sun. I'm the guy that's the you know what I mean? He uses the pyramid as the thing that makes it legitimizes his power. There's always a bullshit artist that freaking playing that kind of game. Trump's got his own pyramids out here bullshitting about his power. It's probably upside down for real. And actually, I think a lot of this shit is going to go upside down because commercial real estate, especially in the areas he's got it in, Trump, has been hot as all hell. It's ready for a crash. It'll be upside down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, man. And he's a load of shit. Believe me.